On today's Smart 7, humanitarian crisis in Gaza grows, a plan to ease pressure on prisons and lots more. It's Tuesday the 17th of October, it's Global Ethics Day, and happy birthday M&M.
The Smart 7. It's news, but not the news.
The World Health Organization was sounding the alarm on Monday as it claimed that Gaza is running out of water. In particular, it says the lives of over 3,500 patients across Gaza's 35 hospitals are at high risk as the Gaza Strip runs out of fuel and food. US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan has said on Sunday that the Israeli government agreed to turn the water back on in southern Gaza, but with no fuel or power to pump the water, it doesn't seem to have helped solve the crisis. 2,800 Palestinians have now been killed since the attacks on Israel, and Palestinian political analyst Noor Odeh says the impact of the Israeli siege has been to strangle Gaza.
Cutting off water and electricity has been described as barbaric and a crime against humanity in other situations, and UN organizations are talking about Gaza running out of life. So we're well beyond a humanitarian crisis.
US Secretary of State Anthony Blinken was in Israel again on Monday as the US looks to open a safe corridor for refugees. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak visited a Jewish school in London on Monday, and he says 6 British nationals have been killed and 10 remain missing. He was continuing to back Israel's plan to exterminate the Hamas organisation.
Well, Israel's been very clear that Hamas is the entity that's responsible for this, and what they want to do is ensure that their people are safe and that this doesn't happen again, and that the focus of their attention of self-defense is on Hamas. And I think that's right. Nobody wants to see regional escalation.
The government announced a plan on Monday to release thousands of prisoners up to 18 days early as it struggles to cope with an overcrowded and understaffed prison system. There are over 88,000 prisoners in England and Wales, and the early release plan will only apply to those serving sentences of 4 years or less. The government is also planning to ship more foreign prisoners back to their country of origin and potentially even look for prison places abroad for UK prisoners. Mark Fairhurst from the Prison Officers Association says he can't see how this plan is going to solve the overcrowding issue.
This is just another headline from the government, so why should we have faith in them doing the right thing now? There's probably about 10,000 foreign national prisons in the system as we speak. It would make a huge difference, but they haven't done it over the last 13 years. Why is this so different now?
Former Justice Secretary Robert Buckland says that if deals can be struck with crucial countries, then this could be a plan which will see overcrowding eased.
Having individual deals with countries like Albania, which there are many foreign nationals in our prisons, seems to me to be a very sensible way forward. And if that can be done, then good news, we can get quite a few thousand people out of our prisons.
Monday marked 600 days of Russia's war in Ukraine, but the situation appears to be more or less at a stalemate. Ukraine have repelled Russian attempts to take the eastern city of Avdiivka, while at least 6 more civilians died in Russia's latest missile strike. Russia's President Putin is heading to Beijing on Wednesday to meet with Chinese leader Xi Jinping, his first overseas trip since the War Crimes Tribunal in The Hague issued a warrant for his arrest. China has floated a 12-point plan for peace, which includes a commitment to no nuclear weapons and a proposal for a ceasefire, but Ukraine has rejected the plan. Putin told Chinese media on Monday that he's in favour of the plan.
We are well aware of our Chinese friends' proposals. We appreciate them. I think they are quite realistic. In any case, they could be the basis for peace agreements.
2 Swedish football fans were shot dead on Monday night in Brussels in an attack that the Belgian Prime Minister said appeared to be linked to terrorism. It came as Belgium played Sweden in a Euro 2024 qualifier. The game was postponed after half-time and all of the fans were kept in the stadium for 2.5 hours before being allowed home. The attacker appeared to be carrying an assault rifle and identified himself on social media as a soldier of Islam. Police were engaged in a manhunt across the Belgian capital. This is the moment where shots rang out in Brussels city centre. Still to come on Smart 7, new sports for the Olympics, and wrinkled rockers make a comeback.
Right after this. Welcome back. 3,
It's probably too late if you were hoping to qualify for the Paris Olympics in 2024, but don't despair. The International Olympic Committee has already been busy planning for the 2028 Olympics, and they've added a bunch of new sports into the mix for Los Angeles. They've okayed cricket, squash and lacrosse, along with flag football and both softball and baseball. Flag football is a non-contact version of American football, in case you were wondering, sort of like touch rugby. Thomas Bach, president of the IOC, says it's important to keep the expanding games.
The Olympic Games want to represent and want to incorporate the most popular sports worldwide, and here it came together that this sport has a growing importance in United States. Therefore, this proposal was very, very much welcome.
It's been 18 years since they last released an album, the not quite classic, The Bigger Bang. But now the oldest rockers in town are back without drummer Charlie Watts, as the Rolling Stones finally drop a brand new album. It's called Hackney Diamonds, and according to early reviews, it's actually pretty good. Rolling Stone magazine called it a collection of bangers, which seems a little overexcited. Here's frontman Mick Jagger making sure we know that he still knows how to write a song.
To write a song, you just need your recording device, and you need, your voice. In 10 minutes you can create something that didn't exist before, and maybe should never exist, but sometimes they're worth it,
His real name is Maurice Micklewhite, but as he'd say himself, not a lot of people know that. He is Michael Caine, and he's calling time on his film career at the ripe old age of 90. He has an extraordinary 7 decades as a star, appearing in over 160 films, along with winning 2 Best Supporting Actor Oscars. And with his new and apparently final movie, The Great Escaper, out now, he thinks it's time to take some time off.
I keep saying I'm going to retire, well, I am now, because I figured I've had a picture which is I played the lead. The only parts I'm able to get now are old men, 90-year-old men, or maybe 85, And I thought, well, I might as well leave with all this. I've got wonderful reviews. What am I going to do to beat this?
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
The Caps are on Monumental Sports Network. Live games with stat tracking and multiple camera angles, new shows, and your favorite personalities, all in one place. Learn more at watchmonumental.com.